Hello, everyone. We're at it again. Where are we at? We're almost all posted now.
I got one more.
One more to post, and then we're going to do about an hour or so today because look at how thick this is getting, guys. That's pretty thick. That's a lot of questions. So I'm going to do my best to tear through these today. I won't waste too much time getting off on tangents. I say that. But first, I thought I would show you this. This is from New Zealand, and this is an eye chart. I really love this. You have to order them. We carry them here, but you have to get them in from New Zealand. And Nature Path put this up, and this is really a nice way to have an iris chart. How's that coming in? Pretty good. Mm-hmm. And you can see it's real easy to read for people, and you can see where the different organs are and the glands are. Really nice little iris chart. It's a nice thing to frame and have in your office. And to use. I use this on my clients all the time. We doing good there? Yeah. All right. Sounds good. All right. Good deal. Okay. Now, I appreciate your comments on the iridology. Sometime I'll tear into it a little more because there are differences. Polish those grapes right off. I'll tear into it. Thank you, Chris. Mm-hmm. Thank you. There's a lot. There are fine differences between iridologists, and some of iridology, to me, is not always correct because we learn and grow. You know, like some of the things I do. I mean, you're all going to learn and grow with it. You're going to find things out, maybe more. Maybe I'm off somewhere, and you're going to find where I am, and, you know, all these things. As the autonomic nerve wreath. The autonomic nervous system shows up as nerve rings. We call them stress or cramp rings, rings in the eye like age rings in a tree, but those aren't, you don't get them during stress. That is actual neurological weakness. Myelin sheath weakness expresses itself as nerve rings. The autonomic nerve wreath that goes around the eye really is the bowel wall and malabsorption. When you see a thick ring or a thick wall around the pupil that follows the GI tract, that's the lymph system in the GI tract wall. And you don't read that in iridology. And it's just, you know, years of working with this and seeing this, and there's a lot of things like that that I've found to be a little off. But you know what? That's science. You know, we're all here to make things better. I want to address one thing again because I just can tell you, here's another person, 1, 2, 3, 4, that made a statement about these glandulars. If you're going to make a statement about glandulars, then get it right. Because they don't squeeze gallbladders and bile, and they don't do that. You know, since we are a species that are always going to, at least for a long time, consume animal products, then these labs, and I will use them, these labs have humane ways. They raise animals for this reason. They're organic, and they use the right way of taking care of these animals. All parts are used. There's organic beef. There's a lot of medical doctors, a lot of nature paths that have organic cattle farms. And they raise these animals to eat, those people that eat meat. And so nothing's wasted. So the organic glands are used, desiccated and used as a treatment for what actually, it's ironic because we're actually having to deal with chronic levels of glandular weaknesses today. The herbs are a bit slow at restoring the health of these glands when you have very serious problems happening. And so this isn't an unhumane slaughter of animals and all this, and I wish you'd quit bringing some of this up because it isn't true. Standard process labs for years raised their own cattle organically. Nothing's ever wasted. And until man becomes a total vegetarian, fruitarian, then I will admit that I can use things that are done in the proper way. Nobody, I mean, you have people that are inhumane in the way they deal with animals and some slaughter. I've been to a lot of slaughterhouses. So I'm very familiar with that. We were farmers, so I'm very familiar with that sort of thing. You got the Ted Nugents of the world. You have these people that do consume animal foods. If they're organic, I believe that I can use those glands as long as everything was done humanely. Yes, I can use it, because I can tell you, this isn't like I'm going to eat raw foods and everybody's going to be hunky-dory. This isn't the world we live in, Master Jack. The world we live in is very serious. If Kelly, if you look at her case and this is a real case, then you're going to see how people are suffering. I just had a man in the other day. Blood pressure is, 80/40, and cancer all through them. I mean, these are serious cases, and you're not going to eat a few raw foods and fix these cases. You're not going to do it. I have raw food people in here constantly with serious problems. You're just not going to do it. This takes extra power, extra work. It's one thing to, and I understand the spirituality of it all, I really do. But there's all levels of understanding spiritually too. And I went over that before in terms of life on this planet. If you eat anything, you're destroying it. Anything. You couldn't walk without hurting something unless you walk on concrete, and then you had to hurt something to be able to pour it. You can't get away from any of that. But you have to realize that everything's just states of consciousness. Nothing really truly exists in form that that you can truly kill. So you just have to understand that spiritually. So I want to set this record right about glandulars. If you choose not to use them, I respect that totally. I mean, Shania Twain, Mutt Lange, these guys, Bryan Adams, these guys are strict, and I uphold that strictness. I agree with them, and that's okay. I applaud that. At the same time, I'm in practice to help people, and I've got very serious cases. I don't just help people with cold and flu-like symptoms. I help other practitioners. I'm the one that everybody sends their impossible cases to. So it's just one of those things, And so get it straight if you're going to say stuff like that these glandulars come from, because you're wrong. Now, some guy sent me this from Greece, and I apologize, my friend. I cannot pronounce your name. I apologize. Panos. None of us in this office can, so I apologize there. You have a lot of eye problems. You've been diagnosed everything with stigmatism to myopia to what was the other thing here? Retinitis pigmentosa. I mean, you're on and on and on. They claim you lack an enzyme, blah, 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 blah. You have deterioration. You have cataract to the point I cannot see. So, we've talked about cataracts before, and understanding is what could be deteriorating the optic nerve, what could be deteriorating the retina, what could be causing all this inflammation, what could be causing this cholesterol plaquing called cataract, what could be causing this? This is acidosis, and this is what these videos are about. These videos are about the gigantic lymph system in the human body, and the problem man suffers with, and you see this. I feel sorry for you, my friend. Don't lose your sight. Get your lymph system moving, man. Go in, work on your kidneys. Work on your adrenal glands that controls the kidneys. Get in your bowels. Clean those bowels up. Use lymphatic 1 capsules, the stomach and bowel formula. Do 2 kidney formulas. There is a formula called Visioplex. It does have raw eye tissue in there. Again, you can throw this stuff away when people have to eat organic meat. You could throw these parts away and nobody benefit from them. I don't think that's smart either. So if you're going to have meat eaters out there, then everybody use everything they can to help everybody. And I think that it's like somebody donating their organs to help someone else. Same thing, because you're not going to get to stop people from eating meat. You can say supply and demand, but I'll be honest with you, until man lifts his consciousness up, and when he does, he's going to be where you guys are. He's going to quit eating meat. Everything's going to happen. So as this movement happens, we won't need glandulars anymore. But right now, we've got some serious genetic weaknesses in glands. And until we really get using this stem cell idea and we perfect that to help, we really have got some serious issues, and the glandulars work in that way. So this visuoplex will help you, loaded with the bees and all the goodies. However, bilberry, all the goodies for this. You could also use our eye wash. It is an herbal formula. Use it topically. It'll start stimulating blood and lymph flow, and then use it internally. Causes the same thing, because this whole thing is about the lymph system. You got blood flowing okay, but you're going to lose that if you're not careful. With this cholesterol plaquing, you could lose vital blood flow to the different tissues of the eye. So, my friend, get your lymph system moving and you'll be okay, all right? You'll be okay. Thank you for all your great comments. I really do. And Kelly, we're trying to help you. I got your thing in here, but let's leave all the stuff. I know exactly what you got, what you're suffering with. Let's really grab this and run. I don't know if you're viewing YouTube anymore, but definitely grab it and run. We're trying our best to help you. Now's when you need your church to buy some of these. We're giving to it almost half price. There's just so many people like Kelly out there that we're trying, but we got to keep our doors open. My appointments I give free anyway to people like her. I never charge for helping people like that. Want to know the secret? Oh, you know what? I did like Lion Man. I had to laugh at that one. You're right. I do, and I appreciate you keeping me in check. But I was thinking, you could sue with love. I mean, because I'm not really a Gandhi type. I lost that years ago. I used to be very Gandhi, very Jesus, very Gandhi. But then I realized that if we wanted to make things happen, we had to grab the bull by the horns. I can passively allow the God force through, but then I realized, why am I here? I'm not here I'm here for it. I'm here because of it. I'm here because of all those things. I'm here to be the active factor within my creation. And so are you and everyone else. You're here to be the active factor. You make things happen or you don't make things happen. And you're dealing with positive and negative forces. I always say, sue them with a smile on your face. No, but you have to realize that today the power is so strong that hard for Gandhi consciousness to win, to be honest with you. But you can do it with love for sure. There's no question you can do things with love. I mean, I try to do everything with love. Want to know the secret? Want to move lymph? The Lymph Buster. Fresh lemons plus dark grape juice. Woohoo! Now, I told you, great Lymph Buster. You must have been doing this. That's good, man. Composer Tim Beek. I love that. JG, keep going, man. I don't think JG likes to hear us help her for some reason. Here, I'm watching your comments, I'm watching her comments, and it's like, if you're watching Kelly, let these guys help you. They're all doing it with love. They're all helping you with love because they want to see you better. You have to, as I said before, you have to let go of your illness. You don't have illness. You don't have something that's unrepairable. You have something, everything's totally curable always. So let all that go. Change your attention toward health. That's a positive focus. You're holding on to this negative, saying, oh, me. Now, I did like what you said at the end of the letter you sent us. The whole thing just bummed everybody out there, and a little concernful in that way. But then you said, all right, I'm ready to grab the bull by the horns. I'm ready to go. Okay, no more negative. We're going to go from here on. Past is yesterday. Now is raw, detoxing, getting into the body there, Kelly, and you're going to be well. But you got to let go, or you're bringing it with you. Kind of like Lion Man said, you don't carry things with you. Again, she obviously has already had a site set up where you can donate to her, a PayPal.